and detailed explanation. Our education reporter Lewis Nyaundi brings us this report.
Hours of anxiety and uncertainty on Friday, the Ministry of Education finally released the placement to senior school for more than 1.13 million learners joining grade 10 in January. This marks a major shift from the familiar Form 1 placement under the now phased-out 844 system. But the placement results had many firsts as the government failed to give a breakdown showing how many students were placed in the different category of schools or the capacity for each category. In the past, the ministry would reveal the most selected schools, a practice that helped parents understand the placement trends and competition. However, this information was not provided for senior school placement. Another first is that the learners are not just being placed into a school, but also into a career path that they will follow through the 3 years in senior school, even as the exercise is marred with mixed reactions.
I can say that I'm satisfied with what I've gotten, and we're waiting to join the new school next year.
And I thank God, but at the same time I'm disappointed. I was able to attain 70 points out of the 72, but the school I was placed in was not the one I hoped for. I had selected Alliance High School and the Nairobi School, which are my dream schools, but unfortunately that's not where I was placed.
Sources at the Ministry of Education indicate that the senior school placement process was released before the exercise was fully completed. As a result, some students are yet to receive confirmation of the schools they will join, creating a new source of anxiety among parents and learners.
Some of our learners have been called to their dream schools, whereas there are some who have not received the schools of their choice. So we are pleading with the government for the learners, as we'll be doing the review on the placements, they reconsider them so that again they get the satisfaction.
Similarly, concerns have been raised on the formula used in the placement exercise, with claims that it has disadvantaged learners in urban areas and those attending private schools. And now parents, teachers and students are questioning how the placement decisions were made. However, to address those dissatisfied by the placement, the Ministry of Education has introduced an appeals process. For the first time, learners will be allowed to formally apply for a change to senior school places. The process closely mirrors the university placement system, where students can request to switch courses after receiving an initial placement. The Ministry of Education has announced that the appeal process will run between December 23rd and December 30th, giving learners and parents a narrow time frame to seek changes.
Some of the schools who have been enjoying the pre-select advantage can be given a chance to review the students they have received. Whether they are needy students, whether they are students going on scholarship, they can get a chance now to revise in the second level.
This marks a significant change from the previous arrangement where parents independently sought admission changes during the second selection process in secondary schools. In that system, parents would move learners from one school to another based on available slots left by students who had failed to report. The remaining vacancies were filled at the discretion of the secondary school principals. Under KJCR placement, however, all appeals will be channeled through the learner's current junior school head, who will submit the application via a Ministry of Education portal. This means the senior school principals have been stripped their power to choose students they will admit. Liz Nyaundi, KTN.
Now, the Health Union Caucus has faulted a court order that halted the $322 billion health deal between Kenya and the United States of America. The caucus maintains that the deal is critical to strengthening Kenya's healthcare system and improving working conditions for health professionals. Catherine Muraget reports.
Speaking on Saturday in Nairobi, the Health Union Caucus, comprising of the Health Union of Clinical Officers, the Kenya National Union of Medical Laboratory Officers, the Kenya Environmental Health and Public Health Practitioners Union, the Kenya